I'm not too sure why I do this to myself, but anyway, it's the hottest day of the year so far, and I've left work early and jumped on a train so that I can go and buy what can only be described as a budget beast. So yeah, I think you're going to enjoy this one. I know I certainly am. So yeah, check this one out. And here she is. This is the bike in question. A 2003 Kawasaki ZZR 1200. I mean, what an absolute beast. I paid just £1,500 for this. It has done 17,900 miles. It's just shy of 160 horsepower. 0 to 60 in as near as damn it 3 seconds. And it will keep climbing until 170, 180, apparently 186, but you never really believe them stats. The guy did drop it. He was an elderly guy in his 70s and unfortunately dropped it on the curb. So we've got a little bit of scratching there and down there. But it's nothing that a little bit of fresh fairings or a bit of a buff out won't fix. So there it is. So there's only one thing left to do. Let's mount some cameras and get this thing home. And hopefully you can see through the cameras just how fast it is, because honestly it is rapid. What an absolute machine. So yeah, this is the bike. £1,500 for as close to 160 horsepower as you can get. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Top speed as a claimed 186. It's just bonkers. How the hell can you get all of this for £1,500? And what amazes me is the fact that no one buys them. There's so many for sale for less than £2,000 and people just don't buy them. It amazes me. So yeah, they are great handling bikes. They handle really, really well. You can just flick them about. They're a lot bigger than a sports bike, but you can throw them around like a sports bike. They just handle great. Obviously, you know, they are a lot bigger, they are a lot heavier, so you're not going to be as nimble as a 600 or 1,000, but they're not far off, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, I'm not a racer by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just so easy to just flick about, you know, round roundabouts, round the bends. It's lovely. That was so quick. That was stupid fast. It's crazy because it's acceleration, but it's not aggressive. So I've had GSXR 600s. I've test rode a 750. I've not been on 1,000, so I can't speak for the 1,000. But in my opinion, the acceleration on them is quite aggressive. Like, you know, you snap the throttle open, it froze, you know, not froze you, but you know what I mean. If you rode one, you know what I mean. It's quick. This feels like you're being pushed along the road really quickly, but it's not aggressive power. It's smooth, and just you look down, you're like, oh okay, there's 3 numbers there, not 2, so that's a little bit too quick. But you know, it just throws you forward so smoothly. Now I'm sure I'm going to get home and my wife is going to really have a go at me about that. She's happy for me to have bikes, but as long as I'm sensible, you know. So when I picked this bike up yesterday, I did notice that it had a weird stumble around 4,000. Well, between sort of 4 and 5-ish, maybe 5.5. And when I picked the bike up, I said to the guy, I went, oh, I'm going to have to get some petrol, aren't I? And he said, oh yeah, it's a Sainsbury's down the road, which does make me wonder if he was just putting the cheapest fuel possible in, which if he was, then that would explain why it was running a little bit naff, because I've brimmed it with V-Power, and I mean, just look at the difference. So that's 40, and then ready, 3, 2, 1. Oh no, it's got the stumble! It's got the stumble!
So after a few rides, I've noticed that the stumble is actually only at full throttle. It doesn't actually happen at partial throttle. So as long as you don't rip it open, it's absolutely fine.
But I mean, like I keep saying going on about, it's £1,500. £1,500 for this much bike is just insanity. Yeah, it's definitely got like a weird like hesitation. So I'll probably check the float heights, give the jets a clean out, because if he has been using cheap fuel, it may have gummed up a little bit. And also the poor chap had cancer, so he didn't ride the bike for 2 years. So he just sat in his garage. He started it up regularly and just sort of, let it idle. So yeah, unfortunately, he did say to me that he let it idle for 20 minutes on choke. So I'm sure that can't be great for the engine. But as it's a low mileage engine, we're just tipping over 17,950. So it's nice and low mileage. So there's not much wear on the engine, but the carbs will definitely need a going over. Maybe new spark plugs, new oil, bit of a service. Tell you what, it really does make you feel confident in the bends. I didn't really expect that from this bike, but it really does. Like, you're not afraid to just throw it down. The BMW K100 I've got, I'm a bit nervous around bends on that. I mean, it's got very skinny tyres, so that's probably not going to help. But this thing, like, you just naturally want to just lean it over. It's bloody lovely. Just smooth power. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is too much fun. It's so smooth with it. So smooth with it. Oh! It just wants to be lent over. I took that bend at a speed which I probably don't go very much on in a straight line on the BMW. That was good. That was a lot of fun. It felt effortless. When I do that, when I do that road on the BMW, I feel knackered. It's like a real workout. That was just, perfect. Now, annoyingly, I just want to carry on riding, but I can't. I've got to be somewhere. So there you go. That is it for the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because honestly, this ZZR1200 is an absolute weapon. If you do get a chance, get on one and give it a go, or just buy one because you won't regret it. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and watch out because this bike will very soon be going to Belgium and the Netherlands with me and my wife, and yeah, going and having some adventures, which should be fun. So yeah, catch you on the next video.